Listen, there are signs that you are becoming an excellent footballer, that you're on your way to become a pro footballer, and there's some things to avoid. We're not going to mince words here. The very first thing that I'd like to talk to you about is that no one has to tell you to train. Part one of all of this is that you are not told anymore that you need to go run, that you have to have a fitness day, that you have to do some stretching, that you've got to have a recovery day. Guys, there are going to be a million things within the game that you don't want to do. You cannot just go out to the field every day and take a shot and that's it, okay? There's so many little tiny things you have to juggle all the time. You have to be committed. The biggest sign is going to be that no one is telling you what to do. It is coming from your own soul, your heart. You are pushing. When you're the one pushing harder than everyone else, you will be guaranteed to get something out of it. It's a guarantee. It might be a few weeks, it might be a few months, it might be a year. But if you're that person, at that point, you are going to change entirely. You will be a baller. Straight up. Following on from that point is, of course, the game will start to live within you after. The game is going to live within you when you are outside of the field. You're going to live it, breathe it. You're going to be thinking about your mistakes. You're going to be thinking about the good things that you do. The reason that this is so important is not only because it's good to be obsessed about the game for a little. We don't want it to be hurting the rest of your life. But it's a very good thing because what happens? Do you know what happens when you are thinking about the game outside? You have breakthroughs, epiphanies. When you realize every time I'm in the corner, I lose the ball. Every time I'm in front of goal, I shoot it over, or I always play well when I do this before the game, when I meditate before the game, when I eat this meal before the game, right? When I go to bed early or this happens or what. If you start to have a feeling of the game outside when you're not on the field, you will have breakthroughs, all right? So that's another huge sign. If that's happening to you right now, you're on the right path. Just keep going. It will be very frustrating, I know, when things aren't going well, but it will be a huge change when you start to say, all right, why aren't things going well? Let me look at this. Let me actually think about this off the field. That will change everything for you. This is the third one, but also it probably could easily been the first. Setbacks don't stop you anymore. You have committed, right? Because too many of the players are very happy to say, I will do it as long as every pathway is very easily laid out for me, all right? It's not gonna happen like that. You're gonna meet all sorts of crazy nonsense within the game, whether you wanna be a pro or you just wanna get better, all right? Period. So if you're at a point now where the setbacks don't faze you, if you have no issue when you have a failure, miss a PK, have a bad game, all that stuff. And I'm not saying you're immune to looking down and seeing like that. What I'm saying is that the second you look down, you remind yourself, okay, here's what I gotta do, and you do it. That is another sign you are on your way to your greatest game. Nothing could be more important than the results at the end of the day. There are tons of players and strikers that can tell you that they don't have all the skill. There are better players out there, but what counts is that like a guy like Mandzukic or Inzaghi or Olic. Is it Olic? You know who Olic is?
The big guy, right?
No, he's a small guy. He doesn't know. He's too young. Guys like Mandzukic, Inzaghi, Olic, absolute ballers in the game. They might not have the craziest amount of skill, but what they could do is get you a goal whenever it mattered. Because if you're starting to notice that your results are adding up to something, I'm not talking about in your head, I'm not talking about your lofty dreams, I mean actually when you're on the field, are you actually helping your team? If you're noticing that the scoreboard is going up all the time when I'm playing, or shutouts are happening because I'm in the game, those are going to add up. Even if your coach right now doesn't recognize them, even if your teammates aren't recognizing them, if you're noticing every time you're on the field that there's a positive result or positive things are happening, that's going to add up into something someone will recognize because it's useful. If you're lying to yourself, that's not good, okay? If every time you go on the field, somebody nutmegs you and they put it in the back of your net and you just blame that guy over there because he missed his pass, you're not getting any better, okay? And so the point here is if you're noticing that results always change, that people are looking towards me because they know that the game is on the line, they know that I can help the team, then boom, you, my friend, are on the right path. If you're not noticing that, it's time for you to get a new focus. When you're on the field as a striker, make sure you get that goal, make sure you get that assist, make sure you're leading and helping your team. If you're a defender, make sure you're stopping those goals. You're never losing your one-on-one battles, okay? All those things matter. Results matter. Check yourself. Last but not least, and I love this one, eliminating distractions becomes simple. You are going to have a million other things. I know everybody can scroll up the TikTok, yeah, dopamine. At the end of the day, you're gonna have to focus your energy on this game for a considerable amount of time if you want to get something out of it. If you're already at the point where you're eliminating distractions with ease, it's a huge sign that you are on the right path, okay? Because whether it's partying, going out, okay, having to stay in and miss out to be hanging out with your friends, or not being able to go to certain events because you need to train. If it's easier and easier for you to do that, that means that you're getting more and more clear about what you want. And the more clear about what you want, the easier it will be for you to avoid the things that aren't that, okay? All of the crap surrounding about it. And that means putting yourself around positive people, positive-minded people, and avoiding the negative people. It becomes very easy. This video was an absolute banger. Go down this checklist like crazy, my friends. Leave us a like, comment, subscribe, and check out everything from us here at Unisport. The playlist, go check out J Mike, see what other shoes he's got, and see if he's married to a shoe yet. See if he's, I don't know, the guy, see if J Mike has turned into a shoe, for God's sake. I sometimes just feel like I'm gonna walk up and he's gonna turn into a mercurial. It's possible, okay? See you later. I don't even have to hit the crossbar this time because you guys already know I would do it. Bye.